All right, we're going to go ahead and get started today. We're very pleased to have a great crowd who's shown up for today's webinar on how you can use the new technology from SDC, the Cloud Connect side of it, which allows you to very simply take your Eclipse and specifically your setup and get that up on the cloud. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. We have a few of us that will be actually on talking today. We will be actually being very, very fair to your time and trying to get done in about 30 minutes. And so I am Tim Webb. I'm the Director of Innovation and Sales Strategy. With me is Jed Anderson, who's in charge of the Secure Delivery Center product line. And he has two of his cool engineers who will be Hector and Ignacio, who will be helping with the demo portions and getting into some of the visual aspects of how easy it is to use SDC Cloud Connect. So before doing that, I'm just going to dive into just a little bit of a shameless plug about Genuitech. Obviously, we're a vendor creating really cool software. Yes, what we're here talking about is all free, and you can immediately use it without needing to talk to anyone at Genuitech. All that said, we have been producing technology for an array of platforms for a number of years. You've probably heard our Eclipse product line, one of the most successful commercial IDEs on top of Eclipse. And our Secure Delivery Center product lines and Mobi One tools are also in our portfolio. We have been doing many, many years of delivery, so millions of desktops we've delivered software to. And so what we're trying to do with Cloud Connect is take some of that expertise and make it easy to do a key set of functions for you from the cloud. So we're going to go ahead and dive in just a little bit more about Genuitech, and then we're going to move on to what we're here all to talk about. So at Genuitech, we believe in making it easy for teams to function efficiently, ultimately ensuring your success. So we try to think about that in three different levels. Our first is you have to start your project. You're going to have your teams coming on board. You're going to be doing a new release. We think about that development aspect from getting you the right tools to the right technologies to easily getting your team on board. Work smart, not hard. Second part is now you've produced something really cool. You got to get that software out the door. You want to be able to get it to your app servers you're running against. You want to be able to deliver it out to the teams or your end customers if doing a client-side application. So you want to make that delivery part of your lifecycle easy. Ultimately, we know we live in a mobile world. There's so many different mobile devices out there, growing way faster than desktop. You want to be able to take your applications, your products, whatever you're producing, and mobilize it, whether that be taking a legacy application in an enterprise or creating some new cool consumer mobile application. So that's it for the shameless plug side. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Jed, who's going to be giving you a little bit of an intro into Cloud Connect itself. So Jed, take it away.
Thanks, Tim. As Tim mentioned earlier, our SDC Cloud Connect is about making it simple for you to push your Eclipse setup into the cloud. And so what we've done is we've distilled down the features of SDC Private Cloud and made it really easy for you to use SDC from the web. Like I said, we've distilled it down. That means that we've leveraged this awesome product that we have, and we're using it behind the scenes. But we're also providing it to you free of use. So if you want to use it, you can easily go to our website, kick your Eclipse to the cloud, and be up and running and not have to pay for that. If you want to use it a little more, all we ask is that you tweet about SDC Cloud Connect, and we'll see that in the demo coming up. When you think about what your Eclipse is, you've got your Eclipse IDE, you've got some plugins, you've got some project and some settings. You might actually have more than this, but this is really the 80-20 rule. This is the 80% of what you need in order to do development with Eclipse. And so this is what SDC Cloud Connect will provide you and your team. When you're thinking about delivering your Eclipse, you actually have a choice with Genuitech. You could also decide to use our private cloud technology, but right now we're going to focus on this the public cloud technology and the ability that you get with the Kick to the Cloud plugin to really simply launch yourself into the cloud and make it easy for you to share your Eclipse setup with you and your teammates. So we'll get back to this decision later on, but right now we're going to focus on the Cloud Connect side of things. So with that, I'm going to kick it over to Hector to start the demo, and he's going to show us what you have to do in order to kick your Eclipse to the cloud. So Hector, why don't you take it away?
Okay, thank you, Jed. So let's start with a vanilla Eclipse. So what we have here, it's a vanilla Eclipse that we downloaded from eclipse.org. And we added some projects to it. These are some SVN projects that came from a SVN repository. And we already added some software to it. If we see the installation details, we can see that we have software like any edit tools, we have Eclipse color theme, we have Finebooks, and we have some Eclipse Subversion plugins on it. This specific installation is a Eclipse for RCP and RAP developers, and this is the 4.3.1 version. This is the Kepler version of Eclipse. Also, we have made some preference changes, like you can see how this the look and feel of the editor, that's like this dark theme. So this, you want to feel like in home. So once you have your setup done, then you're ready to kick your Eclipse to the cloud. So maybe you want to share this installation with your work mates, or maybe you want to install this on your home machine. So whatever the case, to do it with Cloud Connect is really simple. You just need to go to genutech.com/sdc/cloud. And here, all you need to do is just drag this cloud into your Eclipse. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Just drag the cloud and drop it into your Eclipse installation. And this will trigger the install of the Kick to Cloud plugin. So we'll just go ahead and install it. Now you can also get this same plugin via the Eclipse Marketplace. So you just need to search for Kick to Cloud on the Eclipse Marketplace, and you will get a plugin. And we also provide one update site that you can get on the same web page where it was. And at the end, the result will be the same. So now we are just restarting our Eclipse. And while it starts up, I also have to mention that this also works on Pulse profiles. So it's not only for vanilla Eclipse. So if you have been using Pulse before, you can take advantage of Cloud Connect and use it on your Pulse profile. And you can also use it, of course, for My Eclipse. So if you already have a My Eclipse package, just drag the cloud into your My Eclipse, and you will be good to go. So we make it really easy for you. So let's just let Eclipse start. And the first time you start up your Eclipse after you install the plugin will start by itself. So you will see in a second that the dialogues shows up. This just happened the first time. So this is the Kick to Cloud wizard. And what it's doing right now, it's just inspecting your installation and looking for software, for plugins that you have installed, and looking for workspace tasks or preferences in this case. So we'll just give it a couple of seconds while it's done inspecting. So it found 7 pieces of software and 2 workspace setup tasks. If we click next, we will see the details. So it found these 7 plugins, and those are the same plugins I showed in the beginning. So here you can uncheck those that you don't want to get updated to the portal. But we'll just leave all of them. And the next page, we see the workspace task that we're going to upload. We have a preferences workspace task, and we have a project workspace task. So this will be automatically installed on your final installation. So after this, we are ready to kick the Eclipse to the cloud. When I click this button, it will be really fast, but we will open a web page, and behind these scenes, we're going to upload your configuration to the Cloud Connect portal. So I'll just go ahead and kick it to the cloud. Okay, so it's done. The configuration has been updated, uploaded to the portal, and now we just need to sign in to take ownership of the installation or of the package. You have different options. We let you use your Twitter, Google, or LinkedIn account, or you can register with the portal. We just require to provide us your email and some personal information, and you will be good to go. Right now, we're just going to use our Google account. And I am already logged in with Google, so I didn't ask for credentials. So what we have here are the details of the new package, the package we have created. We can see that we have software add-ons, we have AnyEdit, we have Eclipse color theme, we have Finebooks, we have subclips and subversion plugins. Also, we have as an additional section that's for additional software. This is software that it's not in our catalog, and this is really cool because you can have your own plugin that's for your company, that's private for you, and you can still, we will install it for you. It will be installed as additional software, and this software is installed after the actual package is installed. So the software that we see in the top section, it's part of the package. Once the package is installed, this software, it's available out of the box. This additional software will be installed after the package installation is done. And we have the projects and the preferences we had. You can see that's a PSF and an EPF files. You may be used to them. And we have the local software, and this contains this software I was mentioning. Also, I have to mention that the original installation, this vanilla Eclipse, we don't need it anymore. Because what we did is we created a copy of this installation. We take all the settings, and we have an exact copy on the portal, but you still need to install it, and this will be the other part of the demo. So this vanilla Eclipse is not needed anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it. Okay, so getting back to the portal, right now you can just click Get Package, and we will start building the package, and it will be available for you. But there are also some settings that you can change. For instance, we can set a title, which is CC Webinar. But if we click the Configure button, we'll get more options. So we'll let you, for instance, choose the flavor and the version of the Eclipse, so you can change this to be something else. We support all the way back to 3.6 to 4.3.1, and we are really good in adding new versions. So as soon as the new Eclipse version is available, we make it available for you through our portal. You can also review the software and maybe remove something or maybe add something else. And we also provide some security settings. You can set up a password for this package, so only those who have the password will be able to install it. But we're not going to make any change. We're just going to go ahead and get that package. So we just click this cloud, and we will start building the package for you. So what you see here, it's the SDC delivery hub behind the scenes building your package. And Jed is going to talk more about this delivery hub. So go ahead, Jed.
Thanks, Hector. So we have a SDC delivery hub installed out on the cloud, and we have our web portal in front of it, which is what Hector's been showing you. If you were to install SDC Private Cloud, you would actually have much more control over that delivery hub, and we have what we call the SDC Admin Console, which allows you to control that delivery hub from your desktop. And with that, you get a lot more features. You get the ability, let's say, to control your software version. So if you have a very specific version of a plugin you need included in your package, you can do that. You can import your own software. So like Hector said, if you have a plugin that you use behind your firewall, something that's specific to your company, you can import that into the delivery hub and then install that in one go. And so there's, we'll see later on, there's kind of a two-stage installation process with the extra additional software, and you can really streamline that when you have your own private cloud. There's more workspace task support too. Maybe you have Git projects, maybe you have target platforms that you want to set up for your teams, and SDC allows you to do that. Another feature that we've just recently put into the SDC product is the ability to easily deploy RCP applications. And we just got back from EclipseCon Europe, and it was really exciting to see how many people were doing RCP applications, and that shipping an installer and shipping easy updates for those RCP applications was something we heard over and over. People didn't want to write that themselves. They just wanted a solution that they could get out of the box. You might also be interested in some of the security features that the SDC Delivery Hub provides, and that allows you to lock down your Eclipse installations and really make sure that the software that people are using is the exact version of the software that you want to use. But now that the installer is ready, I'm going to toss the baton over to Nacho, and he's going to take us through the installation of our new package. So Nacho, why don't you take it away?
Thank you. Thank you. Now you will be asking, how do I get the installer for my package? Well, after the process, we give you this URL. This URL is the one that you can use to share with your teammates or use to install. To install, you use this install button. The portal will use a Java applet to launch the installer. This is the process that we see in the background. Now, this installer technology is the same that is used by SDC private clouds. This installer is fully customizable for your organization. You can customize messages, you can customize this beautiful background we have, you can customize icons, even you can set a custom license for your package. This is a easy to use wizard that will guide your users through the install. So there are many times where users get stuck on choosing the architecture. If the user doesn't have a capability for choosing a specific architecture because they don't have Java 64 or all those things, they will not see that page that we just saw. Now, SDC private clouds allows you to build offline installers for your packages. That means that you can have an installer that doesn't need to walk through the network to get your package. With that you can ship your software with on a CD or work with your package in an isolated environment like a lab or even other things. Another thing that is important to mention is that once the install is done, you can see that the installer gets you plugins, gets you shortcuts for your package. As we can see in the menu, you can also look for an uninstaller on the uninstaller program, and here you will launch a uninstaller to remove your package from your system. Now let's launch the package. Once the package is running, it will try to configure your workspace with the help of the workspace task that SDC has. These configurations are preferences, project sets, even software. Now that we have this new feature to add extra software on your Eclipse that is not part of our catalog, you can start to add extra software that is installed from an external update site. This is a very good feature, or a very nice feature that we just add, because there are tons of software that are commercial or maybe are part of are inside of your company. You can just use that functionality to get extra software for on your package. Okay, let's give it a time to configure the workspace. Once the workspace is done, it will ask us to restart the Eclipse, and after that we'll get the same configuration that we had on our vanilla Eclipse, and that is a very exciting thing. So let's restart, and here we go. The Eclipse is starting. We use our configured workspace and go through it, and as we will see, we can see that it will have the projects that we have on our um, vanilla Eclipse, and it also has that cool theme from Eclipse color. We also can inspect the profile to see the software installed, and we see that we have finebooks and any edit. Okay, but you maybe need to keep doing changes to your package. To do that, we provide you on the portal this easy way to customize your package. But for now, let's say that we don't need any edit more. So we are going to remove the software from the base configuration of the package. So we select finebooks and delete. Now we need to synchronize this information with the SDC delivery hub that is on the background. To do that, we use that green button to start the sync. And as I said before, we have in our package, we already see that we have finebooks. And once the sync is done, we can use our check for updates menu item that we have here. But we need to wait some time to get this to be done. Now I can talk to you about how to get or how to tweet about SDC. Like you know, Cloud Connect is free to use for the first usages. After that, we only ask you to tweet something nice about Cloud Connect. We provide you a button on the install page to start to tweet about. It will bring you the Twitter URL on the browser, and you can start to tweet about it. You can also improve on your package or an existing package that you have on Cloud Connect. That means that you can copy the configuration of a base package that you have and add more on top of it. So right now it's just finishing, and we are going to be ready to check for updates. Okay. Let me show you the button to tweet about your package. That will give you some extra quotes for usages. Okay, it's about to be done. And now it's refreshing the page. This button is on the bottom of the page, and it will bring you the Twitter URL that you can use to tweet about Cloud Connect. Now let's check for updates. The check for updates will ask to the SDC delivery hub for the updates. It will check for workspace updates. It will check for preferences updates. Even if there are more extra local software that is need to be added or have to be added to the package, you will see this we have a nice and friendly list of changes that can be done. You will see the red arrows that remove software, or green arrows that add software or adds workspace things. So we apply the changes, and Eclipse will ask us to restart Eclipse again to get our new configuration. We will see that we don't have the Finebooks plugins after the restart, and after that you are ready to start using your Eclipse, your package, or even share with your teammates and start making those things that matter on on Eclipse. Okay, let's give it time to Eclipse to start, and we will check the configuration of the new package, or the new version of the package. It's about to be done. Okay, we now check on the About dialog of Eclipse, and we can see that we don't have the any edit. Well, we have the any edit, but we don't have the Finebooks, which is the one that we removed from the portal. And that's it. You can start using Eclipse. And I don't know yet, do you have something more to add to the demo?
Not much more to add to the demo, but we do have a few more slides we can talk to here. So we've talked about, or you've seen the demo of kicking your Eclipse to the cloud. It's very exciting and very simple to use. You may want a little bit more power out of your Eclipse deployment tool, and that's where SDC Private Cloud comes in, and it allows you to integrate the delivery of Eclipse, whether it be for your developers or for your end plugin or your RCP application. It allows you to integrate that into your enterprise and make it a very simple and robust piece of your overall software delivery strategy. So it comes back to this choice. Which cloud are you going to choose? Do you need the power of SDC Private Cloud, or are you just trying out SDC? Maybe you just want to have a package for just you and a friend or something like that. Maybe then Cloud Connect is the right choice for you. But that's really where we're going. Is why don't you try it? Kick your Eclipse to the cloud. See what you feel. See how you feel about the process, and then we can evaluate with you your needs and whether or not SDC Private Cloud is the right choice for you, or is SDC Cloud Connect the right choice for you. We're going to answer some questions now, but if you have questions that you don't feel like raising right now, you can always go to our forums at genuitech.com/go/SDC/forum. And so with that, I'd like to open it up for questions.
No problem. So I had one question here asking about just a little bit of clarity about what sort of things you can actually drag. So you mentioned Pulse profiles, but what IDEs can you drag to, if I'm understanding the question right?
So we support Eclipse IDEs. We support my Eclipse IDEs. Also, if you've got a Spring Source IDE, we will detect that as well. And we're going to detect all that software that you have in those IDEs, as well as those workspace tasks, the projects that are from a standard Eclipse team provider, and the preferences that go along with all of the Eclipse plugins you have installed.
Cool. And so the follow-up that wasn't in the question, I think, is that you're able to then detect the Eclipse, if I'm getting it right, for what you drag, and then you're able to go in later and say, change that Eclipse, so hey, migrate from 3.6 to 4.3 or whatever it may be?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the powerful features of SDC, is that migrating from one version of Eclipse to the next doesn't mean uninstalling the way it does currently. all you have to do is do a check for updates, and you're going to get that new version of Eclipse. And not only that, but you can roll back. So you could say, okay, we're going to try 4.3.1 for a little while, and if you decide, you know what, it doesn't really work with this older plugin that we have, then you can roll back to 3.7 or whatever version you were using before.
Awesome. The next question was whether or not you have to drag. So if I don't already have an Eclipse, can I use Cloud Connect?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to the portal, and there were those two clouds. The blue one was the drag cloud. The green one was the click cloud, and you can just click on that and pick the Eclipse that you want, or the My Eclipse. Pick the flavor you want, add some software, upload your workspace tasks, and you'll be up and running in similar time to the Kick to the Cloud. It's really quite simple.
Cool. And I think there's just some clarity around how the marketplace, my company goes through the Eclipse marketplace. Is it available there? Could you just clarify how we show in the marketplace?
Yeah, so if you do a search for Kick to the Cloud in the marketplace, you'll find us. And similarly to the way that you drag from our homepage, our SDC homepage, you can also drag from the marketplace into your Eclipse. I also believe that we do have the URL there. So, for example, I know on Linux sometimes the drag feature is a little bit finicky. If you just need to add via an update site, you can also get the update site there too.
Mm-hmm. A question on the maturity of the software. How long has SDC been around?
So SDC is the younger brother of Pulse, which was a product that we've been developing. I think it's been about 8 years now. So this is, this technology has been around a really long time. We've been building on the backs or on the shoulders of others. So we've got integrated a lot of Eclipse technologies into it, and then we've added our own stability and our own findings of what does it mean to deliver Eclipse inside of an enterprise, inside or on the cloud, things like that. There are a lot of lessons that we had to learn in order to be able to do this so effectively. So it's been around a long time.
Okay, slightly a different track. If I have my development team and I'm thinking about using Cloud Connect, what's it like for my team?
So maybe you as the team lead set up the package, you install it, you test it out, make sure everything's set up the way that you want it. Then you share that URL that Nacho showed us with your team, and they start doing installations. That first month we give you, I believe, 5 package installs. So if your team is under 5, you're going to get that without having to do any tweeting. But then after a while, I think the number, your quota goes down a little bit, and then you're going to want to tweet every month. And the quota that we give you is based off of the amount of Twitter followers you have. So if you've got a huge following, then every tweet that you do is going to give you a whole bunch more quota that you'll be able to use.
Well, I've got another question here. I'm paraphrasing a little bit as it's a bit longer, but you mentioned the delivery hub and using it behind the firewall. If I was interested in trying that out, what would that be like?
So trying out the delivery hub is really quite simple. You go to our download page, which is right there, genuitech.com/sdc/downloads. And you download the SDC delivery hub, and you download what we call packs that add in the Eclipse version that you want. Every Eclipse version is about 1 gigabyte in size, so we provide that to you in just one large installer. Very simple to install. They're all double-click installs, and the wizards will just guide you through installing. You don't need a big machine to install it on. You can install it on your desktop just to give it a try. And then we give you a 30-day trial license. So you've got 30 days to create some packages, get comfortable with the admin console, tweak those packages out, create some installers, ship them around, see if people in your company feel comfortable with the experience. I guarantee they will. And then after that, you can talk to our sales team about getting a longer license.
Okay, another different track. I have my package set up on the on Cloud Connect. Is the only way for me to update that via the website?
Yeah, absolutely. You go to the website and you tweak out what you want. You can kick to the cloud again. It's going to create a new package for you. But if you want to change that existing package, you go back to the portal.
All right, just skimming. We had quite a few come in. I think we caught them all. Let's see. So for just another clarity on how to share with the team. So you've mentioned sharing with the team. When I share the URL, how do my users consume it? Or not my users, my teammates. Again, sorry, it's a longer question. I think that's
Yeah, so depending on whether or not you set up a password, like what Hector saw, when your users go to that URL, they'll either be presented with a password prompt or directly with an install button. And then they just click that install button, and the installer will run just like you saw when Nacho did that process. So it's really
Cool.
it's really simple, really simple.